team ban.
Hello everyone and welcome back. After an hour break, we have made our way into our second series today. And it's going to be, well, what looks like Team Tinker going against Boreal Esports, but it's actually the WaytoStack going against Boreal Esports. I'm KotLGuy, but I'm not going alone. I'm going to go ahead and put out a call right now. I got some special guests with me. Let's give them a ringer. Let's see how this goes.
10 seconds remaining.
Hello, hello. So, supposed to be joining me on the line today, I got the Root Gaming boys here. So, Fluff, Moo, and Hota Ruse. I hope to God I didn't sound like the whitest boy ever saying that. How's it going, guys?
Good. What's up?
So, thank you for joining me. Mod had to step out, so we had to raise the MMR a bit. We got you guys in. You said you were playing a pub. How'd it go?
Radiant team pick.
We tried jungle one.
Ancient Necro.
Ancient Necro, Bloodstone Medusa.
All right, fair enough. Did you at least get the win?
Yeah.
Yeah, TC secured it.
Fair enough.
TC
was playing, no one else was.
Let's
talk about Dota. Talk about the draft.
All right. Shit. Okay, take it easy right now. I guess you're in charge. Let me just get the volumes. You guys are a little quiet, so I'm gonna just bump up your volume as we speak. But yeah, so I'm happy you guys are here because you probably know a lot more than I do about these particular rosters. Boreal has changed up their roster. They had Testy there for a while. They were kind of a bit of a Han trash flavor. They've changed up their roster, and then for the WaytoStack, they submitted a roster of aliases apparently, and I just found out today who they actually are. So, do you guys want to break down any additional information on the players we're going to be seeing today? If they didn't already know, for the WaytoStack here, it's Wayto obviously. They have Snake King, Trouf, Ritsu, and Jube, I think, right?
I've been informed it's not Ritsu.
Oh.
I don't know who it is.
You don't know who it, okay, so we got a mystery player, fair enough. They got their auto invite, so I guess somehow it worked out well for them. They didn't have to work through a qualifier, and they just get to get right in.
It's
but
probably Bulba.
You think it's Bulba? Well, maybe their playstyle will be a dead giveaway there.
We'll see what role he plays.
That's
probably the giveaway.
All right, fair enough. But so their opener here, the first pick, Queen of Pain. Not surprised. I don't know if you guys were around, but you know they put it up that in competitive play of June, she's like the second most picked in Band Hero. I don't think that's really a surprise to anyone, but I'm going to keep calling them Team Tinker because they have that freaking tag. It was better than the tag they tried to come in with. I don't want to say what it was, but started with a C and ended with a T. I'm like, yeah, we can't do that. We have sponsors watching and stuff. But they're going to open with Dazzle Phantom Lancer. It's a bit peculiar. What do you guys think about that?
I think, well, PL's a really good carry right now. Not many heroes can really contest him as a core, and like, well, I'm kind of surprised that both teams didn't pick Tuskar because I know Jeppins is like one of the best Tuskar players. Like that's like his signature hero, and Team Tinker like they picked Tuskar a ton in the qualifier as well. So that's like one of the flavor of the month heroes that just got let through. So it's kind of interesting to me. But like for me, like I think PL is one of the carries that can do pretty well versus Tuskar in lane. And like Earthshaker is like a much better choice because Earthshaker can actually put a lot of pressure on the PL, so I kind of like that choice from them.
Yeah, the Earthshaker response, kind of like a combo breaker there, so it works good. I mean, aside from Earthshaker, what are like pop-out options that are good against a PL? Let's say just for the average terrible player like me out there who's in your pub and you're going against a fiending Phantom Lancer. What do you think is some of the best grabs you can get to contest them?
I think Lesh is like one of the best. Earthshaker's up there. Zeus is really good too because you can clear the illusions with the static field and the Arc Lightning. It's really easy.
So they have a good start in picking up the Earthshaker. Obviously, Lesh being banned out, so not too much to give away except for Wayto maybe going for more of a elongated kind of a game here. PL tends to. He can fight. I mean, if you're able to kind of throw together a quick diffusal blade, kind of his bread and butter, I like to say, you can definitely begin to start fighting a bit, but they're also happy to potentially take this late. Not your more traditional, like, Coddle combo that I'm more biased about, but Dazzle certainly helps out, and you get your minor heal bomb potential there. But as we fly through the bands, got to get rid of the Clockwork. On the side of Boreal, they rid of the Shadow Fiend, then the Disruptor, and then the response. They ban out a Drow here. Maybe anticipating a potential Drow Visage. In the last series, they did pull it out as the second picking phase. But is there any sort of red flags that are popping up that justify a Drow ban, or is it just something they don't want to risk going against?
10 seconds remaining.
They probably just saw it in the
in my
last
experience, oh, go ahead.
5
Well,
seconds
in my experience
remaining.
playing against Boreal, they've been known to bust out the Drow like constantly. Like they have this Drow SF combo. They really
Reserve
like it.
time.
With the co-op, it's quite good with the co-op. The Earthshaker, usually in Drow lineups usually have like 1 or 2 melee, so it's okay. And Earthshaker is definitely something that can fit into that
Dire team
playstyle. So I
ban.
mean, I think they just did their homework. I think something interesting about this game is that Jubei is actually doing the draft and not Way2. I think Way2 tends to do like drafts for most like of his stacks, and I don't know. It's really interesting to me about that. But anyway, with the Dazzle, I
10
think Dazzle's like one of the best
remaining.
5 supports in the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see Boreal
5
pick up Wyvern, or
seconds
even
remaining.
having Wyvern being banned here, because Wyvern is like right next to Dazzle, maybe if not better. So like
Reserve
yeah.
time.
again, that's really interesting. There's no Wyvern and no Tuskar.
I agree with that. Wyvern also offers a bit. The Splinter Blast could help with PL and all of his illusions and stuff. And he
Oh
just
yeah, Wyvern's really good against PL.
just works so good. He's able to just easily fly in and out. I like the
Dire
way players
team
like
pick.
Soniko like do. They're very aggressive. They're not afraid to roam about the lanes. Or if you just want to keep them in the same way like a Dazzle would and just hang in the dark and wait and maybe bait out an opportunity where you can quickly turn it around after a quick little ice save. Well, it wouldn't be too shabby. But now we're finally working our way into the meat of the draft, I'd like to say, gentlemen. The second wave of picks right here. Still a lot of solid options, as Fluff already said. Tusk has been something that's been ignored up
10
to this
seconds
point. It could be a
remaining.
solid potential grab. But we'll have to see
5
here.
seconds
Not really giving
remaining.
away a whole lot of information. Do you think there's any favorites
Yeah.
that maybe the WaytoStack would love to go
Reserve
for?
time.
I mean, it's been one hell of a time since I've seen like Snake King really get into action, so I don't even know what the hell he's going to be playing or where. It'll be crazy
I think
to see.
Zeus. I watched the FPL stream the other day. He was like, he really wanted Zeus. Zeus can do well versus Quap. It's pretty decent versus Earthshaker. You can like cancel out the blink with your ulti and make it hard for him with the static field in
10
the fight.
seconds remaining.
They don't really need that much more late game. They go with the PL, like they're
Radiant
pretty
team
much
pick.
relying on the late game for as like a hard carry core. Give him most of the farm. The Zeus will just kind of control the tempo of the game. And then, like I think they still have the option to go for the Tusk. Even like a hero like Naga Siren, something that EG kind of
my.
popularized. It's really good.
Dire team
Fluff the
pick.
Prophet over here. Dang. All
Oh,
right.
there's the bounty. I
So-
love that.
Radiant
All right,
team
so
pick.
yeah, bounty's going to be picked up. Usually a good retort to teams that like to go all in early with picking up something like a Chen or any sort of jungling hero, so you can have someone to kind of be that gnat, that little pest who can kind of follow you about. But not necessarily that here on the side of Boreal. So you seemed a bit percolated and excited about the bounty hunter pick. I mean, what is it about this bounty hunter that's going to really bring a lot for the WaytoStack? Is it just the fact that he's got that track and can rake in a crazy surplus of gold, or is it just
remaining.
the fact that he's going to be rummaging about and you don't know really where he's going to be coming
5
from and just
seconds
kind of setting up
remaining.
kills?
Yeah, it's more of the latter. He just creates so much space.
Reserve
ahead.
time.
Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I think like the Team Tinker doesn't really need a second support at this point. Like, what are they really gonna do with it? You know, like they already have the
Dire team
Dazzle, and
ban.
it's hard to set up with Zeus, Dazzle, PL. Like Zeus and PL are strong enough lane enough to handle the Tusk off lane,
Mhm.
and then the bounty hunter can just be off the map making chaos. That's probably why they picked it.
They might stand a
Boreal,
10
static move.
seconds remaining.
What's that?
Was
I mean, it kind of
just
it
like
sounds a
move
little bit
status?
like you're coming out of a robot's ass, but it's totally fine. The intel is what's important, and I don't really mind it whatsoever.
Radiant
But
team ban.
it is what it is.
All right.
But
Well,
Winter
the
Wyvern,
AM ban's really good for Boreal.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of crazy
against
heal.
Boreal. AM's like a hero that can contest PL because he farms a bit faster and can come online, like to end the game, and then he'll do
10
really well versus
seconds
Zeus. And they
remaining.
also need like a hard carry because the way that their lineup set up is that
5
they're kind of
seconds remaining.
they're showing the enemy team that they want to go for a hard carry, and that's because they have
Dire team
Tuskar,
pick.
they have Quap as their cores most likely, and they have to go for something big like AM, or I don't think they'll pick Spec or something like that, but AM is such a good man for them.
Yeah, I could see that.
Tinker.
He's a good Battle Fury candidate. Helps with the cleave. I mean, as far as other valuable late game options, I mean, a Jug. I'm not too sure what really could fill that same
No,
void as
Jug will
hardcore
lose.
carry. So like,
Jug will get
10
destroyed by PL.
seconds remaining.
so what could fill the spot that now has been taken away? Like the AM has been taken
5
away from.
seconds remaining.
That
Naga
would-
Siren maybe?
Naga. dirty Naga game?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's not the best for Zeus,
Radiant
but like
team pick.
it puts kind of a lot of pressure on the PL.
Yeah.
Oh, they just go for the storm. They're just going all
I
in.
was gonna say Storm.
Where are you now?
Because Kokoni and KVH are both actually traditionally both mid laners, and since neither of them are actually like traditional carry players that play PL, play Slark or things like that, I thought they'd go for more active heroes.
Well, this definitely means that they're not looking to take this game very long. It's feeling to me like they're looking to get what they need and then start taking names right away. And
Yeah.
we'll have to see if the WaytoStack could kind of hold out. They certainly have the defensive capabilities with your Dazzle, PL to kind of fall back on later. Zeus can kind of control the mid game a bit. You have Bounty Runner, who's going to probably get in their face a lot. And then we didn't talk much about it, but the Darkseer was their last grab. Snake King's already hopped onto it, so it's looking like he's going to be one to kind of fill the off-lane position here. I know he dabbled with it a bit on his former team, but as far as the Darkseer potential in this particular lineup, I mean, is there any thoughts? Is it more of just having him to utilize a really strong laning phase, or does he really bring a lot also to like the team fight? Storm's going to be slippery, so he's going to be hard to get a hold of, and it's not like that team has a wealth of utility that maybe the wall will be able to get a lot from it. Just seems a bit like a bit of an interesting pick to me.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you think about the Darkseer.
I don't like it that much. It helps like
right?
it helps with the team fight, but like I feel like Team Tinker kind of, or not. Well, I'm just gonna call them Team Tinker. They kind of lack the like the initiation factor, but like it can work for them just because Boreal's lineup is kind of all in on the mid game, and they have a little bit of late game potential with the Storm, but like they're pretty much gonna just be running at Team Tinker the whole time. So like Tinker can kind of just like use the defensive hero like Darkseer to turn fights with the mech, with the eventually Greaves, and maybe with like Blink Dagger. I don't think they really are looking to initiate so much. They're just looking to farm up and then like stall the game a little bit.
All right, as we get into the action here, just game number 1 of this best of 3 series. Boreal going against the WaytoStack, currently tagged up as Team Tinker, so forgive us if we start hollering out that Team Tinker are doing really well, but it's just, you know, this is an unidentified group of, well, foster children who needed a Dota team, I guess, for now, and they got into the BTS tournament, and they're looking to duke it out in hopes of getting a hold of that sweet 10K prize pool that you guys as well will be competing for. You have a later start time, though. I think it's like the 9th that you'll get your opportunity to play.
Oh, this is actually.
Oh, look
really
at top!
huge.
Look at top!
Yeah, Bounty Hunter.
This is he can't ice charge the creeps anymore like your Clockwork because he just cut the tree, so they're gonna run through this hole if he tries it, which is actually it's really bad for a Tusk. Like,
is he trying to make a secondary pocket now? The way he's like,
yeah. He's trying to use this one now, and then he's gonna block this, and then he can't. They won't run either. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna work still.
Oh damn!
Maybe it will.
oh,
Jeppins.
it's
Hey,
good.
Jeppins got
Oh,
I mean that was still that's still huge though. Cause
Oh yeah.
Look how far the creeps are. But Way2 is on it though. He knows what's up.
Yep. He's gonna hold that range creep back so that it doesn't get too far pushed. But there, now the melee creeps walk right up in front, and this isn't too shabby. Jeppins, it's not terrible, but he would love to have it closer to the tower where he could be in the safety net of that protection. But now he's going to be stuck kind of duking it out right now with Way2, and now the Spirit Lance comes in. He's like, ugh, I have to step back and start chewing through my
Snake King is under trouble. Snake King's dead.
Yep, they got him. They certainly did. Self-Iron Shell not going to be enough. They just kind of roll on through, and first blood going to be going to Boreal right there. We got caught up a lot with the top lane in Tusk, but Snake King overextends. I guess maybe just committing the level 1 to Ion Shell means he doesn't have the surge to get the hell out of there.
He died before Fissure was even cast.
No, he was trying to get his level 2 off the first wave with the double ion, and then like he kind of just fell a little bit short because I think maybe he got denied on or he didn't kill creep.
They got Jeppins top lane as well. They simply did a bit of the same. He went a little too far. Bounty Hunter showed up, followed up with a Spirit Lance, and now both offlaners have gone down. So a bit of a struggle, but
it's interesting because Jeppins actually bought a Quelling Blade to do that little trick, and then now he doesn't have a Snout Shield or anything. Like if he doesn't have boots or a Snout Shield, like, this is really bad for him.
Yeah, it looks like they recognize his weakness, and they're just going to punish him for it and keep him backing away from this XP. So how devastating is this for Jeppins? You're touting him as a pretty damn good Tusk player. This is probably going to be one of the more difficult starts for him. I mean, is it not going to be too short for him to recover?
This is like when you go in the jungle and you try to farm your like 12-minute ags on KotL, and then like the enemy team messes with you. Like they kind of know what you're gonna do. That was a really heads-up play by Jubei, and I have to commend him too for like sticking around the top lane. Usually, like bounty hunters, they try to go mess with the offlane or they pay a lot of attention to mid, but like that's the strength of the bounty hunter. He can be anywhere. He can be in a safe lane middle. He can be in their jungle, whatever. Like
He could be
he can
killing
do so many
Tusk.
things, and this play is just really good from him. Like I like his rotations here.
Yeah, he's all over the place. You know, typically bounty hunters, they lead in, they get the early orb of venom or boots to just help them get that extra bit of speed or necessary slow to finish what they start. They're doing it mid lane. Now it looks like KotLGuy making a committed jump. Oh, just a tip of that fissure being able to connect. They're gonna get the kill. Zeus goes down, and we're back even again, 2-2. Very nice.
Nice kill.
We didn't really get to introduce much of these teams. I mean, I could try to fly through the roster. Most people don't even know what the hell we're actually watching because these are some, you know, teams that people probably don't look. They play kind of off the radar unless you're a big fan of course, the Face It Pro League, which, you know, I am, of course, but
yeah,
we'll see. Boreal, we got Jeppins. He's playing the Tusk. We've been seeing a lot of what's been happening in the off lane, a bit of a struggling start. KotLGuy committing there in the mid lane. He's playing that Queen of Pain. They get the kill there. And along the bottom, Pizza Dad, 37. He's going to be playing your Wyvern. You got PQ on your Earthshaker, and that's going to leave KVH on the Storm Spirit. I have never seen that set before. That's one hell of a skirt. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's all right. And you'll have to help me with who exactly is who. I mean, obviously snaking is snaking, but we know now Jubei as they're stalking the Storm. It's not going to be easy though because they have the Earthshaker nearby and a Wyvern.
Yeah, it's Shelf on mid, Jubei on bounty hunter, and snaking on the Darkseer, and then the unknown player on the
mystery player.
The unknown player. It's not Ritsu, apparently.
Yeah. It's not Ritsu. I have him on my friends list, but he wasn't playing, so.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, the roster they gave us was even more confusing of aliases and unknown names, so that's not going to help at all. Here we go, though. Top lane, a bit of a skirmish for the Rune. It's a bounty going to be snagged up there from Zeus. KotLGuy happy to just kind of trade blows. Ultimately, we'll have to step back and away. Now has no bottle or regen, just a stick of 4 charges to kind of health up a bit. But if we actually look at the matchup, you know, your Zeus 19 CS to Queen of Pain's 23 and 10. But he might be in potential trouble here. We have Pizza Dad waiting, Invis. But Queen of Pain doesn't really have a lot to work with here. She could end up being in trouble. And now she's going to get scouted. Jubei's looking to move in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The trap has been
Why would he
sprung.
do that? Why would he do that?
Well, I guess he didn't know Wyvern was missing in Invis.
I mean,
even if you hit him once, you wouldn't have killed him anyway. He didn't even have like a Janata or anything.
Fluff, that's what we call the caster's curse. You were just praising him a moment ago, and now he's did something like that.
Well, I know Jubei personally, so I kind of expect these type of things. But I mean, now you'll get to know him as well.
Bottle abuse here as they trade it off. He's gonna hand it right back to the Zeus, and he'll be back on his merry way roaming. But as far as mid lane matchups go, the Zeus and Queen of Pain, well, she's going in. Hopefully with the help of Wyvern, gets the Splinter Shot. Jubei quickly has to return to help out. Queen of Pain, they're going to get the kill. Ooh, the toss, not going to be enough. Jubei wants to commit. They got the dust, though. They got the dust. Oh! Sonic wave in the face. That's a facial.
Oh, my God.
Jubei goes down.
Agony.
He almost got punished for holding that Sonic Wave for so long.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
And he barely just got it. That was
He
really
fake cast
clutch.
it like once or twice already when killing Trout. And then he decided not to do it, and I guess it kind of worked out that he held it because he was able to kill Jubei. But he's European, so he does have a little bit of latency. Like no flame.
Yeah, that always is a thing. But I know, even when I'm just playing with my friends West Coast Reborn, you can notice that little bit of delay, especially with the big skill shots and getting everything set up. So I want to know though, for these particular teams who can be, I want to lightly say emotionally unstable when you kind of have plans like that and things go a bit wrong. How much of a factor is it? Will it get in their head and then they just get on tilt?
Yeah, I'd say the team defense squad is very emotionally unstable.
Yeah.
Like no flame. They're all players known for being unstable in games, at least in FPL. I don't know about competitive. I know it's different.
I mean, we were talking about even before the game started that they could possibly tilt just in the drafting screen by disagreeing on certain
or even
hero
just
picks.
talking to each other in Skype or something.
Yeah.
And Yawar told me that PL is in fact Ritsu. So
Is he?
He's a double agent under a completely new alias. I mean, word through the grapevine is as we see more of slaughter happening here. It's you know, Boreal looking to take over and punish the WaytoStack at this point for a couple of hiccups and misplays. It seems like it's their chance to use their power advantage, but maybe looking for
They have
recovery.
sentries in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they see.
They scouted the bounty hunter rotation.
See Juby, and he's gonna be like, oh no, oh man.
That's a really good play by the supports. You gotta, like when you put that ward and you put the sentry, you can see all these bounty rotations, and KVH like might have even went down there if they didn't have that set up. Pizza Dad's doing a really good job.
Yeah, they're baiting him right now.
Surprise!
They even have a dust.
Yes, they do. There it is. It's gonna get popped. Jube's gonna go down, and Snake King looks to swing in, but
KVH is out of mana
Oh,
right here.
is he in on this? This isn't gonna work.
No, that's not gonna work.
oh,
Oh, the Zeus ult.
they do with Trout's help. He high fives him from the
500
sky.
gold.
He's going
Going
ham.
for more. What the? Oh man.
Oh, never mind. There's no way.
The King, happy to cut the creeps, and he'll just kind of farm up the wave for now. Is he going in? He's just going to salve up, and he wants a piece of this dragon, it looks like. I mean, he's still got 10 seconds before the storm comes back and possibly rotates, but it looks like the first one going to be coming in is PQ, and that's enough to kind of keep him back.
I mean, I think every kill Team Tinker gets is actually more value than Boreal. Not just because the bounty hunter, it's just because they have a better like late game team. Whereas the Boreal stack is supposed to be winning this part of the game and like the mid game.
So everything
With
going
their-
according to plan for them. We'll see. And,
Darkseer doesn't have wall.
no. He didn't commit the 1 point. I mean, well, what do you think? I would imagine. Oh, yeah, he's level 8 and he doesn't have wall yet. It was buffed.
Yeah,
it
I
lasts
think
like
you get wall.
45
really good.
seconds.
45 seconds on all levels now. There doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be a reason not to skill it. It's pretty cheap in mana as well nowadays compared to years ago. It just seems somewhat questionable.
And it's not like they have something that could take big use of a huge vacuum early. Oh, mid lane though.
Man,
Oh, it's gonna be Kiko who's gonna be landing the big
It's
sonic wave.
the Zeus is going for Midas too, and it's just gonna get delayed more and more now.
They're gonna punish it. And now they see Juve once more. He's trying to leave, but he has nowhere to run. Barricade pops up, a fissure from the left-hand side, and he's down for the count. Already 11-4. This Boreal stack, as we said, that are supposed to be having the early advantage are, well, showing that. So, and they haven't really utilized Jeppins yet this game. He had a hard start in the off lane, and he's now level 5, almost level 6. Imagine when he starts getting really involved. I mean, they used him for that last kill, but once the punch comes on, I think they're going to just continue to build up this pressure
top tower
even
is
more.
under attack.
Yeah, I want to mention something about Way2's Dazzle. I feel like there was so much action around the mid lane, and I didn't really get any presence from him. I don't feel it. Like he should be able to TP in and throw an easy shallow grave to save some of these rotations here. PL doesn't really need help versus the Tuskar, especially since the fact that he doesn't even have a stout. He had a really like hard laning phase. He died a couple times. Like I feel that the Dazzle should have been able to predict these plays or at least react in some way.
That's a really good
He
point.
even sold his calling blade for money. He was so poor.
Yeah, he's
That's sad life.
he's got the Harry Potter get up. I like to say, just simple little boots and a wand. And that's about it. And
I mean, Tusk isn't a hero that actually like needs farm either. You just need levels, and
Yeah.
then you can, and you just own the map.
Smoke in the mid lane, and Wyvern has ulti as well.
they're thinking about it with help of PQ.
Yeah.
See if they catch.
King's low. He can't even be here.
Oh, Trout only has little bits of mana. That's all he can do is one simple Thunderbolt. He tries to run. The Fidger's going to connect onto him, but the follow-up won't quite be there. So the two supports not going to be able to get their catch. Queen of Pain shows up just a little late.
Tusk is dead, I think.
That's fine.
They got him.
Oh, this is really bad though. This is
Heal,
really
You
good.
can't get out.
heal circle.
Oh my god!
Oh, are they going to get him? Oh, he's trying to hide. They see him now with the Remnant. There's nowhere to run, Ritsu. You're dead. They got him. Spank him down. He's done for. So they're
That's
just...
a little unfortunate for him.
Boreal's making him work for it. You take one of ours, we're going to be quick there to respond. You question the response timing from the Way2 side. Looks like it's pretty much there for Boreal. They seem to be a bit more crisp with their coordination. This is
They
just...
really need this bounty hunter that track soon. He's level 3.
Oh!
It's 11 minutes in the game.
Yeah, he's lower level than he's the lowest level in the game, I
Everyone.
believe, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
a lot. Like, Earthshaker's level 5 on the other side. Like, as soon as they get tracked, they can start keeping tabs on people. The ganks would be hard, but like, it's not doing anything.
He
It's
needs
pretty normal in these slower type of games. See, what they're gonna do right now is PL will just jungle and give Bounty the short lane until he's like level 6, or at least that's the play that I would go for. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's gonna do.
Well, he goes mid first. Ritsu
And there's a Dazzle.
faces out the Spirit
He's ready
Lance.
for
Gonna
that.
Step back and
Yeah,
away. But
Dazzle's
Yeah.
That was ready to protect the Zeus, and KotLGuy came in the deal, and so he was actually ready for it that time.
Seeing a bit of a trade here, top lane. Oh! They jump in, they get the scream. Nowhere is safe for Jube, man.
Man.
He's been spanked this game so far, not gonna lie. Not an easy time right now for this bounty hunter. It seems like they were banking on getting a couple early picks, and that's where all of his XP would be coming from, but it's been very difficult. Uh-oh, way too. No shallow grave, still 10 seconds. Uh-oh, oh, one more hit. He might need a deny. Snake King's already on it. He'll be good.
He tried to get the bottle.
He's got arcane boots and heals.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
KVH going for the Bloodstone first. I think it's a pretty good choice. It helps you like survive the burst, and you can, like, you take one big fight, you can get so many Bloodstone charges and really take advantage of it and snowball into your Orchid later or something.
Well, gentlemen, it's feeling like everything in the early game and the laning phase is going pretty damn good for Boreal. What is it for WaytoStack's team that needs to really come back? Is it just kind of play things a bit slow and push this game a little bit longer, or do they need to start ramping it up maybe once the bounty hunter does get his 6 and get the track? What's their comeback?
No, they need to react. They just need to mitigate the damage. They need to see things coming and be ready for it, or at least don't put themselves in that type of position. I can already tell, like, the way Boreal supports have been rotating. Like you saw, they smoked mid with 2 and they just ran the enemy jungle. That they might be prone to overextending here, because like if they overextend into Team Tinker's team and then they're ready for it, they can actually swing momentum pretty easily. So you gotta like pay attention to how Boreal plays this.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, level 6 on bounty, and then like one good team fight where it's like a 2-for-0 trade in Team Tinker's favor with track gold. That'll be a huge swing in momentum.
All right, here comes.
And they expect it to. You see the field coming from.
We're fighting for this rune. Tralf is trying to bait in this Queen of Pain potentially into some trouble, but out comes flying KVH. Now he has no mana. Committed all the way, now he's got no more blue bar to work with. They're still gonna get the Queen of Pain. The Great Wall's gonna come down. KVH is stuck in a rut, can't go anywhere. That was a nice little timid play from Tralf, kind of baited them into this nice little choke point, and a long ass jump from the storm, maybe a bit too far, and he ends up going down.
There's a 2,000 gold.
The thing is that
yeah.
2,000 gold without any track.
And they're also like very uncoordinated about how they're doing. Nice pick in the mid.
Yeah, that's 2 ults. A lot of hate for a Dazzle. They get him.
Jeppins takes down bounty in bottom lane. Get it. Just like snowball into ice shards and net enough damage.
I feel
Yeah,
like
like I was saying, PL
didn't even have a dust. Like,
PL built the drums. They expect the fight to come to them, and that's like one of the stat efficient items that they want. I can see him going for Diffusal next. It's like once you get Diffusal, your PL is actually really useful in the fights. It's like as long as he just kind of plays around the fog and just throws lances here and there, and then goes for the last hits, he can do like a lot for the team fights.
So it seemed to be itemizing well in preparation, while Boreal continue to go back, getting their own bit of jungle farm. Jeppin's already holding a cloak. Is this the kind of game where maybe he'll be the sole Glimmer Cape holder? Typically something that, you know, your Wyvern loves to go for. Yeah.
I think he's gonna go Greaves, like Greaves Guard Cape. That's probably his build.
A lot of defense, a lot of durability. Certainly would help out their team.
I mean, all that Team Tinker really has is the bursts from Zeus and Bounty Hunter. I think that's how that's the majority of their kills. I feel like the Lightning Bolt, Thunder God's Wrath, and then Shuriken Toss. You know, a Glimmer Cape will save anyone from that combo.
Jeppins opted out of Frozen Sigil. He went 4 points into Snowball. We normally see standard Tusk players only get 2 into Snowball and start getting the Sigil. That's what Universe does, and you know other great offliners. But he's completely opted out for Frozen Sigil this time.
Any particular reason? I mean, if it's me, it's like I don't want to micro it. I don't feel like it. So I'll just do the first 2. But
the PL is actually really good for Sigil because every illusion hit gives full hero damage, so it only takes like you can kill it instantly. And then none of the Team Tinker heroes actually right click, like Dazzle, Zeus, Starkseer, like Bounty Hunter once. Like you don't see any heroes do damage with right click.
Bounty's caught out.
Yep, he tried to put down a pretty deep ward, but he's gonna pay for it. And unfortunately for him, he drops the 1, and it's right in front of a sentry. So they get the ward, they get the kill, and they continue to just get that much more. 16-7 right now. Bottom lane uppercut on the Snake King. He'll just surge the hell out of there. Has managed to finally get some levels into wall, and he has a mech. Pretty damn farm for a Dark Series, 4th as far as net worth goes.
That's a BKB first quap. Pick that up.
Snake King, Winter's Curse.
I think she
Jeppins
needs
shows up. He's going to surge and hightail it out of there. That was the furthest uppercut I think I've ever seen, but it connects.
That was a long punch.
Yeah, this hacking right there, but they got the slow. Oh, the Splinter Blast will finish him off, but look at Ritsu rotate in. Double sentries, a lot of hate for the Invis. They're going to make it go on to Jeppins. Cold Embrace keeping him alive from now. He's trying to run. Splinter Blast, a lot of work. They might turn this around. There they do. Walrus punch, they got him with the help of a fissure. Oh, Jubei shows up.
Dire's structures are
I
fortified.
think that's on Way2. He has a TP ready the whole time. He has level 3 grave. Like,
Yeah, it is. He should have been able to react to that. Like, I mean, their PL TP'd him before the Dazzle. It doesn't make any sense. But like, all this chain of events started because Pizza had like really good perceptive wards. He found the bounty, and then he's been like on top of his sentries and top of his warding here. So like, it's really hard for Team Secret to find these aggressive openings. I don't know why they're even going for it.
look at the bottom lane where he panicked too. There's a both by Pizza death.
So I was saying, he's like, quick, get him down! And he just like threw them all on the ground, but hey, it got the job done, I guess. So PL goes down. They're continuing to pressure. It's just the two supports as they force over 3 from Way2's side to just kind of address this pressure coming in from the south side. All the meanwhile,
my one concern with Team Tinker, like if they were to go late, like they would get the lead. How do they actually push? Like they have Earthshaker Fissure, they have the Wyvern, Thunder Blast, Ice Shards, and their only tower hitter is the Phantom Lancer. I feel like all these spells, like even if he gets huge, like there's not enough survivability to survive all these spells. Like Snake King's just dying to all these spells. Like,
I mean, they're not gonna attempt the base break until he's like 6 slaughter or 5. Like he has so many items.
They're not gonna hit tier 3 Dolby 70 minutes in.
Even like
they won't, there's no pressure then for them. I don't think those will just come naturally. Like they don't need to force anything right now. They can just chill and try not to beat.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Hi, how's it going? Huge ass dunk gonna be going on in. They quickly wipe out Jubei. They're looking to go for Trouf next, but he's barely alive with the help of their Shallow Grave, so they start moving on to Way2. Way2 looking to make a run out. KVH getting a bit low on mana. It's already a 3-for-1 now, making a 4-for-1 trade. KVH, quick jump TP, he's out. Oh no, he cancels. He wants to go for Ritsu, even though he has no mana. Oh,
holy crap.
And KVH got his Bloodstone right before that fight started, so he got 3 Bloodstone charges right after that. Like the second he got the Bloodstone. So the snowball has started.
Snowball has started. I don't know if WaytoStack has the fire to melt that snowball and try to take it long.
Gold. He just bought a Blink Dagger. Like, oh my God, they're all rich.
Freaking rich. Look at the network graph. Spiking up ridiculously. Already up past the 5K mark for them. And they're just going to step back and know that they're in full control. This is going to be difficult now. WaytoStack need to find a way to just stretch this game out. They're going to have to accept that they're probably going to be losing these tier 2s in the near future. Might have to consider a high ground defense and just maybe hold out for a way that Ritsu can get more frickin' items. He's just completed his Diffusal Blade and it's en route now, which is, you know, a good start, 1 step, but he's got a couple more steps. Meanwhile, bottom lane, KVH, he's got his Bloodstone, so he's out seeking blood. And he gets 1 there. Might get Snake King next. And they will. They put that Blink Dagger and Bloodstone to use. Quickly wipe out 2.
What the? He just BKB. My God.
No, he dodged the land.
He could have just blinked though. I think that was weird.
Yeah, it was on cooldown.
I don't know. I
This
think
is
I really
very Trouf
questionable
thing to do.
BKB.
Trouf's got a Midas on his Zeus. I think he went that like right around before he got his Arcane, or even a little bit after.
Definitely.
He loves the Midas on like every hero he plays, even supports. But the problem is that it's kind of greedy. I mean, Zeus can do things with his spells and just levels, but I mean, like, you can have a lot more HP and more spammability by just having the Bloodstone at this point, and maybe even going to the Blink. And like, it doesn't seem Team Tinker has enough like team discipline, or maybe they don't even have any idea of like what they want to do. Because if it was me, I would say like, I don't even want to fight till PL's Diffusal. Like, we can turn things around, but like, they're spreading themselves way too thin for a lineup that can just pick them off. Like, they shouldn't be trying to farm like every single piece of the map like they're doing. And I mean, they might fall too far behind at this point, because like a 13 charge Bloodstone Storm halfway to Orchid is going to do so much work.
Oh!
Especially if the seals comes up.
Alright, they're jumping in and they find Ritsu.
Yeah.
PQ had been scouting that out for quite a while. KVH has managed to turn the corner, grab up a rune, and they get him. And it just continues to be a bit of a struggle. Yeah.
Oh, nice quarter
the
snipe.
courier.
Because look,
Has been killed.
if you get Orchid on your Storm before the Manta comes out on the peel, there's literally nothing you can do. Actually, you can just solo kill him the whole time, and look how far away he is from his
Dire's
Manta.
middle
Like
tower
the timing
is
is so
under
good
attack.
for Storm that the peel will really not be able to farm very much once the Orchid comes out.
What went down with that courier was a Bloodstone recipe, it looks like, putting Trough off a bit more. He already took a bit more time than he probably liked to get that Midas together, and now he's going to have to wait that much
Dire's
longer.
middle tower is
And their
under
tier
attack.
2 is going to go down. Would not be
Dire's
surprised if
middle
they just
tower
take this
has
party
fallen.
up north and try to go for the next tier 2, which Jetbins has been helping out, keeping the lane pushed forward. And if they want to just close out this game, that's what they exactly need to do. Just keep pushing in, taking advantage of their huge power curve. I mean, they have to wait out on the side of WaytoStack for this PL, but he just got picked off. It's going to take that much longer. I don't know. It's looking pretty damn grim for Dire.
Yeah,
It's
Jeff
just
just
so
bought a full max,
counterintuitive.
so I
It's
think they're gonna try
counterintuitive
to.
that they have a bounty, but they have to stall and
Is
play
under
defensive.
attack.
You know, like usually you want to make plays with the heroes, but there's like no way that they can run to Boreal to make aggressive plays, and also like Bounty's not the best defensive hero either. Like
Dire's top tower
he has
fallen.
gotten a lot better at like than before with breaking bounces, but like at the same time he doesn't offer like any AoE or control. He's kind of just like you get vision of them and then you have a little bit of a nuke. It's not really enough. I just feel like it's kind of like a little bit too random in their draft the way that they should be playing this. It's kind of just very awkward to me.
Well, we get a pause. Finally, a moment where we could take a freaking breather. This game had been pretty damn bloody up to this point. Over a kill a minute at least, mostly for the side of Boreal up to this point. We already expected when they threw their draft together that they were going to be a bit faster paced, more high octane, if you will, about getting all their kills going, especially with the commitment to the Storm Spirit of the 6th pick, which we were calling out for potentially a late game. But hey, this Storm is working out pretty damn well. He's got 14 Bloodstone charges. He's already got Oblivion Staff on the way towards an Orchid. I don't know. How patient and disciplined can you play if you're on the side of WaytoStack for this Ritsu PL to try to bring the game back?
There's actually the
I
full
might
Orchid
have-
and a full mech on the courier, so they're
It's even worse.
ready to.
You're
yeah,
right.
it's pretty close to over, or for base breaking time.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't want to be a pessimist, you know, say it's over, but I don't know what they do, honestly. I think this is just Boreal's game to lose. Like
Yeah,
they have to throw
they have no map
at this
control.
point.
As well as if Kokoni's
And I-
going for Hex, he's like 400 gold away, so they're about to get 3 major items. And I don't know what Team Tinker do at this point.
Pray, gentlemen. I don't know. You hope that something goes wrong. Someone decides that they want to start playing with their feet. Power goes out and they can't seem to pause. But as it stands right now, for WaytoStack, it's high ground defense in hopes that you got some of it. But as Fluff mentioned earlier, the lack of AoE for some of your backstaff, like your Bounty Hunter, might make it a bit difficult. More pressure on your PL to try to keep the lanes back and at bay. Luckily, you do have a Zeus, of course. You have Dazzle. He can definitely add a bit to helping keep the pressure back, which is a simple heal. But I don't think Boreal are going to make it easy. They could look for an opportunity where maybe someone from the side of the WaytoStack just kind of overextend what's comfortable. Because right now they're corralled like sheep in their own little fencing. And if they go out too far, they risk getting caught out. You have a jumping in Queen of Pain or Storm Spirit. Hell, now a blinking Tusk that could just come out from the woodwork, and you're not going to see it coming.
I mean, I need to clarify something about the game. Like, I guess I can see how I might have made it seem like Team Tinker, if they hold out, like they have this PL and stuff like that. But like, the truth is that Storm is actually quite good versus PL, and even in the late game, like Storm can scale for a very long time. And even with this kind of start that he has, he can like dominate the PL because it's very easy for a farm Storm to isolate the PL. PL has a very hard time itemizing for the Storm. Like, you need like Abyssal Blade to even lock him down, for example, and like there's gonna be a lot of room for Storm to play around. So like, if I had to put it into numbers for the viewers to understand, it wasn't like something where if it went late game that Team Tinker had some like 70% advantage or 80% advantage. It was something more like it was like 55, 45 type of thing. You know, it's like it wasn't really that great. So now that the game is playing out and I look at it more, I'm kind of feeling that Boreal like outdrafted Tinker overall,
Dyer's
and
bottom
it would
tower
have been a
is
hard
under
game
attack.
regardless, even if they weren't feeding like as much as they did with the lack of discipline.
Oh man, long hurdle to get a hold of little Way2. The Dazzle goes down, now looking for the follow-up, gets the Vortex pull for Ritsu, Echo Slam thereafter, and they get the kill, just like that. 2 from the side of the WaytoStack go down, and Boreal feel a lot more comfortable as they even remove the little excess vision they had on the high ground. Maybe it's their time to push, and certainly wouldn't disagree with it, but just what you were going on about Fluff, I agree. I mean, if you just look at the Way2's lineup, the amount of lockdown is just pretty much non-existent. Unless you do get an Abyssal Blade or something, they can't stop this Storm from just doing whatever the hell he wants, and he just continues to do it. Jumps in, helps out, being able to take down quickly Trout. Wall, drop, huge vacuum, but the Mac just comes out after, and that time is over. Ooh. So they just turn it right back over, get the scream, and Jubei says we've had enough. They're going to throw in the towel, and that might be the conclusion of game number 1. Boreal going to be taking this win.
Yeah, cute plays by Jubei in the early game.
Their only team fight, so saw how underwhelming it was.
They don't really have anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they could have picked instead of Darkseer, but it didn't seem that was the hero they needed.
I mean, they could have took Tusk themselves. They had the opening for it. If they wanted it, they had like first pick of the second phase, I think, something like that.
Yeah. So maybe it's just going back to the drawing board, looking to put together something a bit stronger for your draft, in hopes that you can at least get this series back to even. Because right now it's going to be match point for Boreal. They were on their game, they got the draft they wanted, and they executed it pretty damn well. Even with those little bit of potential flubs, Jeppin's having a bit of a tricky offlane. He managed to recover quite a bit. Storm got what he wanted, and the second he picked up that Bloodstone, he's like, it's time to play. And he certainly did. So with that, we'll come back into game number 2 of the WaytoStack going against Boreal. We'll see if it's going to be another 2-0 shutout, or if WaytoStack will be able to hold strong. I am KotLGuy bringing you the coverage, but I'm going to be joined, of course, from the Root Gaming boys. I got Fluff, I got Moo, and I got Hotaroos here with me, and we'll be back in just a moment with more Dota action. I butchered that, didn't I? I always have to like take that extra breath to think about it. Hotaroos. All right, fair enough. Sorry about that. We'll be back in just a moment with game number 2. Sit tight.